What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. Oh yeah, guys. So we're here playing again in the modded 1.8.9 xbPacked mod pack. Yep. So I spent some time over here messing around with this tree farm. Guys, I know I was derping a little bit trying to figure out the import and the export bus in the last episode, but we got it all figured out. So a thing that I was noticing is that the axe that we had in here, it didn't have very much durability and it kept running out, kept breaking. So I decided to be smart. I was like, oh, you know what? The stone chopper can only use stone axes, right? Or the equivalent. So we had the stone axe in there, had low durability. I was like, let's put a diamond on there. Well, I did that, and then the axe would not go in there anymore. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? So instead of making another one, I decided to just upgrade our stone chopper to an iron chopper version, which means I also had to upgrade all of the upgrades to the iron upgrades. So we did that. We spent a lot of iron. The stone hammer with the diamond does go in the iron chopper. I don't know why it goes in here. I would have thought you'd only be able to put it in the diamond one or the next tier up, but no, it goes in the iron one just fine. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. We still got the tree farm doing its thing, which is pretty cool. We got all of this stuff figured out. So the way this is set up right now, the furnace should be smelting until this fills up with charcoal. I'm using storage, what are these called? Storage cables. So it can store the charcoal here, and if the network needs any charcoal, it'll pull it directly out of here. Okay. So when our crafter, the RF Tools crafter, needs charcoal and needs to make fuel pellets, it'll just take it from this one inventory slot, and then, yeah, it'll be able to make the fuel pellets here. This is also being done as a storage cable. So any of the machines that need the fuel pellets, we're pulling them out of there using the export cables. We're exporting the fuel pellets, and same thing over here. We're exporting the logs and the fuel pellets into the furnace. So it's all self-sustained right now. Now people are asking or saying in the comments, wouldn't it be easier just to use charcoal? Yes, it would just be easier to do that. However, one fuel pellet will smelt one item. One piece of charcoal will smelt 8 items, regardless of how many you need to smelt. So it's like 7 times, 8 times more efficient to use the fuel pellets. And that's why I wanted to go with that. Also, it allowed me a chance to play around with the export, the import cables, the storage cables, all this stuff. Yeah, but I think this is pretty cool. So I think we're fine on the tree farm project for today. I don't think we're going to do anything else with this. Also, I did add in some storage drawers. We got a drawer controller here, which is putting stuff in all of these. When we get more logs, they'll end up in this chest right here. But anyway, I don't think we're going to be messing with this today. What I wanted to do today is I want to start looking at ways to progress in this mod pack. Walking around this area is a real pain. Like, I don't have any movement speed. I can't fly over the water. We don't have any flight. So I have to either walk around or swim it or make a boat, all of which are not the preferred thing to do. So what I think I would like to do is look at making some kind of form of flight. Now, I was going to be making the angel rings. We kind of looked at those, I think maybe in the first episode. Anyway, we looked at them a little bit before, and the recipe has changed. The icons have changed on them. I don't know if we actually looked at the recipe together or not, but it looks like something that we could do. However, one of the items requires you to have a ghast. So how easy is it to catch a ghast in the nether without flight? Not very easy at all. So we're probably going to be looking at another method. The modular power suit. Let's just look at this real quick. Angel ring. So we got a bunch of different types. Like the basic one right here does require this cursed lasso with a ghast in it. That's not going to be easy at all. Like, you have to get it to you and you have to be able to right click on it, right? I assume that's how these lassos work. I assume this is just the same as like the golden lasso where you just right click on it, similar to like, what are those? The safari nets or the soul vials from the other mods that we use. So I don't think we're going to go with that method. So we're going to do the modular power suits. I haven't used these mods for a very long time. I think the last time we looked at this was in FTB Monster. So that was quite some time ago. So I'm interested in checking it out. We get the Power Fist. It looks like it's got a bunch of IC2 recipes, which is a problem because we're going to need rubber. We don't have any rubber. Aha. So I don't remember if I have any wood over here. We have rubber wood, but that's not going to be enough to do anything with. Basically, what we need to do is we need to get ourselves a tapper, a tree tap. Tree tapper. Yeah, okay, we got a few different ones, and here we get the electric ones, which we don't have any form of power. And then we have this one right here, which just requires, was that 5 planks? So you can't turn these rubber woods into planks. Not like that. There might be... Oops. Hit R. There might be some way of doing this with a machine. It doesn't look like we can do it at all, actually. Okay, so there's no way the rubber wood turns into planks. There actually might be a way. We don't have a way to do it right now. So what we need to do... Yeah, I thought we had more wood over here. We don't. What we need to do is we need to make some of those tappers. I saw there were rubber trees around here somewhere. I think there was one right over on the island over there. In fact, actually, what I did, I think I chopped that down and we did get a sapling. So we might have a rubber sapling over here. But I think what we're going to have to do is kind of go on a journey and find some rubber trees. Do we have one rubber sapling in here at all? Somewhere? There it is. Found it. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to use bone meal. We're going to grow it. We're going to take some of the wood from our tree farm over here. We're going to make tappers. We're going to get some resin, which we could smelt into rubber, which will allow us to make the parts that we need for the covered cables, the copper cables. Oh my goodness. It's like so much work. We might even look at making some of the IC2 machines. That might be better because if we can make the extractor, we get 3 pieces of rubber per piece of resin, which is better than smelting it 1 for 1. So we might look at doing that as well. It just depends. But yeah, you can see how much of a pain it is just walking back and forth from that area to here. We need like flight. We need something going on. So I'm going to steal some of this wood. Looks like the furnace is finally done. And it probably won't kick back on until trees start growing over here, which is pretty awesome. This is kind of what I wanted. And eventually, yeah, as the trees grow, we will just collect wood over time, and yeah, it'll be all good. So let's make ourselves some of these tappers. Like so, like so. All right, so there's one tree tap. Was there not? Yeah, I guess there was only one tree on this island, and I chopped it down. That's where we got this sapling from. So maybe we'll just stick it right here. We do have this watering can that I made. This watering can is different. Like you right click on it and it seems like it continually waters. Like I'm not touching it right now. You're not seeing any particle effects, but the water is going down that bar. So if I point it over here, I think it's growing these trees, even though my hand's completely off the mouse right now, but that is still using water. So it's still water canning. It's weird. It seems like the only way I can turn it off is by pointing at the water here and then right clicking again. Like it fills up and then, oh no, yep. Okay, yeah, like right click in the water and then it stops when I point at the ground. Yeah, it's so weird. Maybe these trees don't work off of the watering can. Maybe I need to bone meal them. But anyway, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of rubber trees around here. I'm going to go ahead and find those. I'm going to try and get some saplings. We're going to set up like a small rubber farm so we can collect a decent amount of rubber. Let me get some stuff done, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, I've been venturing away from the base. We're not super far. Our base is like in this general area. This is that slime island that's nearby. This is where a tree farm is. So we're over here, just a little bit to the north. But we're having to, hoof it by foot or whatever. We don't have any flight. So I've come across a few of these trees and I've gotten some saplings now. We're up to 11 of them. I made like 4 tree taps. We've only half used one. Most of these trees that we're coming across, they do not have any of the little spots on them, and that is a problem. This one right here apparently does. So we got lucky with this one. But yeah, like the first 4 or 5 of them that I found did not have a single spot on them. I did find one that had 2 spots, but it seems like most of them have none. So I don't know if just in the world generation or whatever, yeah, they're less likely to have spots, and maybe the ones that we grow from these saplings will be more likely. I'm hoping so. Anyway, we're going to need a lot of rubber, and we're not getting it just by going around chopping down these trees that we're finding in the wild. But every sapling that we can get off these trees is another chance for us to get more rubber later. So that's awesome. So yeah, I'm definitely chopping these all down, trying to get as many saplings as possible. Why didn't that... Why are those leaves still there? There we go. I guess they didn't update or something. So yeah, anyway, I'm just kind of cruising around here in the jungle looking for these rubber trees. I was having a problem finding them at the start. Then I found them, finding decent amounts of them. But yeah, like I said, a lot of them do not seem to have the little rubber spots on them. I should have brought an axe, to be honest. I didn't bring an axe. I can't vein mine this wood. I guess the IC2 wood is not part of the vein mining, the default settings, or whatever this thing is set to. Oh, look at this one. This one right here has 2 spots on it. Score! Awesome. Yeah, I guess we could leave these out here, but I'm never going to make the trek back out to try and, you know, get the spots again. It's just not going to happen. So anyway, I'm going to continue chopping down these trees. We're going to set up a little plantation. Is that the right word? A little farm, a rubber tree farm nearby our base, probably over there by our tree farm area. Yeah, so we can collect rubber a little bit easier. But yeah, let me go ahead and continue doing this, guys. We'll be back. Well, all right, guys, we went ahead and we collected a bunch of those saplings. We brought them back here over by our tree farm. Yeah, we set up just a bunch of these trees every other block away in just a grid pattern. So I can come over here easily with some of these tree taps, just right click on the little spots, get the resin. Yeah, everything's going to be pretty good. I've been making sure as these trees grow that every single one that does grow has a spot on it. Yeah, we don't want duds. This one right here just grew recently, and I was looking. I think this one might actually not have any spots. When you use the tree tap on a spot, yeah, you can kind of see the outline of where that spot used to be. Yeah, this one right here, I was kind of looking. I don't think this particular tree has a spot. I'll just go ahead and double check it though. I might have to tear this one down. Not seeing anything here. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Actually, no, that has a spot right there. Maybe it was this one. Anyway, as they grow, I've been trying to make sure that they have spots on them. So now that we got this amount of resin, I don't really know how much rubber we're going to need. So I was kind of thinking we should start with the IC2 machines so we can make the extractor. So we're going to need a generator to produce IC2 power, and then we're going to need this extractor to actually extract the resin. So we need some tree taps for that, a basic machine casing, which is just iron plates. Not super bad. Iron plates, just an iron ingot plus the hammer and the crafting grid. Or we can make the metal former, and then we can do it using power. But I think we'll wait on that for now. Yeah, and then just one of these electronic circuits. So we just need more insulated cable, more of these rubber bars. So we have to smelt some of the rubber from the resin right away to make that kind of stuff. And then we can start getting more rubber out of the resin, which is going to be awesome. So I'm going to head over to the base, well, over to where all of our iron is stored in our little hole in the wall over here. I'm going to start making some of these machines, just a generator and the tree tap is all I'm looking at making for right now. I'm going to get those machines made, and then we're going to start making some rubber, and hopefully we'll be able to jump into making some of the modular power suit stuff today. Oh my goodness, guys. So I just got done smelting down a bunch of copper, then a bunch of tin, then combining some of that copper with the tin to make bronze. We're going to need bronze to make a wrench so we can pick machines back up. With IC2, yeah, you can't just break the machines. At least I don't think you can. If you break the machines, you sometimes just get the machine back, the machine casing or whatever. So anyway, we got a generator here that I just got done making, and we have an extractor. Okay, so we got this all set up. The generator is going to need something for power, so we're just going to use regular old coal because we got a lot of it. We'll go and stick the coal right in here. That should start powering this up. Eventually, we will get some extra EU stored over here. But yeah, we're powering this up over here, which is nice. So we can take... Actually, I'm curious now because we were talking about we can't get anything out of this rubber wood. It used to be the case where you could put one in here and then you'd get a piece of rubber out of it. Oh my goodness, these machines go so slow. Well, we could use immersive engineering to convert RF into EU. I remember that's a thing. We don't really have a great RF generation right now. Yeah, you can turn the rubber wood into the rubber balls. It does not show in this Just Enough Items. I think that's the name of this mod. Is that what it is? Yeah, Just Enough Items. It does not show in this mod that you can do that. Anyway, so we can do that, or we can put a piece of resin in here, and we can get 3 rubber balls for each one of these. So yeah, once we run through this entire stack, we'll get 3 stacks of the black rubber balls, which will get us where we need to go, which is awesome. So back to here, back to the Machine Muse modular power suits. Yeah, we need all of these different pieces. So we're going to need to make electronic circuits. So we need insulated copper cables. It might even make sense at this point that I do make that rolling machine, or not the rolling machine, I can't remember what it's called now. Metal former? That's what we need. It might make sense at this point in time that I go ahead and make one of these, because we're going to need a lot of the copper wires. Yeah, and the way I made these copper wires right now is by you use your forge hammer plus a copper ingot, you get the copper plate. And you take the copper plate with the cutter and you do that and you get 2 copper. With the metal former, you can just put the ingot in there, set it to the extruding mode, I think is what it is. And I believe it gives you 3 copper wires, so you don't have to worry about these disposable items anymore. Yeah, I might just go ahead and make one of these. It's not that expensive. Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of bronze for that, and a couple of chests, it looks like, which is not that difficult. Some iron and some more copper cabling. I'll probably go ahead and make that. I'm gonna get some of this rubber going here. We need a lot of the rubber. We need a lot of stuff happening. Let me go ahead and get some more stuff crafted up. Hopefully we'll be able to get something going here with the power suits today. We'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, well, it's been a minute since I've used the power suit. Like I said, the last time we used this, I think it was back in FTB Monster. This was a few years ago. Anyway, it's been a while. The critical part of this that I forgot is that we need the tinker table in order to make this stuff. So if we do tinker table, yeah, if we search here, we need an emerald. We have not found an extreme hills biome, and these only spawn in certain biomes, I think. Let's search for emerald. I think if we search here, yeah, this will show us in the world of Gen how it spawns. So it can spawn anywhere between like Y32 all the way down. Yeah, 32 to 5. Looks like that's about where you want it. And it's less than a 1% chance for it to spawn. Okay, so that's for the emerald ore. And if we hover over it here, it says that it spawns in the extreme hills or the extreme hills edge biome. Right. And it also spawns in the Spectre dimension, the overworld, and the mining world. Well, that got me thinking. Well, we could just make the mining world, right? If we make the mining world, it means it'll spawn anywhere, not just specific biomes. To me, that sounds like the better way of going about it. We just need 1 emerald. Alternatively, we could try and find some villagers and see if we could trade with them. I don't know if we've even found a village yet. Maybe we have. I can't remember, though. But anyway, I think we're going to try and make ourselves the mining world. So, in NEI, you can do aroma, and you can see all these different bits and pieces. I'm sorry, JEI, just enough items, not NEI. This is a different mod. So anyway, if you click on this for the recipes, it does not show you a recipe. In fact, none of these do. So that got me concerned. I was like, what? So I went off to the wiki and I found the actual recipe for this item, even though it doesn't show here in just enough items. So you do 2 stone bricks, flint and steel, a stone pickaxe, and a stick. Will make this mining multi-tool. So there we go. We got that item. Yeah, even though there is no recipe, it doesn't show up here. So what you do with this thing, use this to light the portal to the mining world, but we're also going to need this to make the blocks for the portal frame. And as it turns out, it looks like I don't have enough, but stone brick plus this gives us the portal frame block. Yeah, we can only do so many of those per use. I think we need a total of 10 or 14 of these portal frame blocks, probably 14. So we need to make 10 more of those. I thought I had enough stone in here. Apparently I've been going through it. You know, we gotta have a few more stone bricks here. Anyway, I need to smelt up some cobblestone into stone. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. How much more do we need? I guess I'll do 2 pieces of coal worth. All right, we'll do that. Man, my inventory is so full of all this stuff that I've been doing here. I took off the armor, by the way. The crazy... Okay, the crazy good leather tunic and our leather pants that we got at the very start. Yeah, I took that off and I was trying on this power armor stuff. This looks pretty cool. But unfortunately, it gives me 0 defense until we can get that tinker table and we start putting all the different pieces on it. So I took all this armor back off. Yeah, we're going to go back to the leather. At least we get some form of protection. Also, there's the power fist. Yeah, like the power glove or whatever. Doesn't do anything until we can put the additional things on there, unfortunately. So yeah, we're still not there, even though we have all the pieces made. Still a bit to go on this. So anyway, let me go ahead and cook up the rest of the stone. I'm going to put the portal up. I'm going to go to the mining world. Hopefully we'll be able to find some emeralds pretty quickly, and then we can make our tinker table. Well, all right, guys, here we are in the mining world. I went ahead and I made the portal in the overworld. We came here. I set a waypoint here so I know exactly where to go. One of the nice things about this dimension, though, is there is a lot of animals around. We were starting to run low on our pork that we collected earlier on in the series. Yeah, so I've been going around harvesting some cows, getting their beef. It is delicious. Yeah, collecting some of their beef. I've got about a stack's worth, and then I got some of the leather, too. We don't really need the leather at the moment, but yeah. So we got the beef. I took it down where all of our mining operation is happening down below, and I started cooking that up. I only have like 6 pieces on me right now. But anyway, I went ahead and I dug down here. Whoop. Yeah, it's pretty far down. I think we started Y80 at the very top. I can't remember exactly where it is. But yeah, so I made a mining thing down here, put a couple chests down here. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm storing everything that isn't like, you know, the solid blocks, the cobblestone, the andesite, the diorite, the gravel, or dirt in this chest, including mob drops or whatever else. Yeah, we're storing all that stuff here. This chest down here, cobblestone, andesite, diorite, granite, all that stuff gets stored in here. Oops, copper. Yeah, so that's the way we're doing the storage system right now. We can take the cobblestone and then we can turn it into compressed cobblestone. So you can see I got 5 pieces of compressed and I got 35 of double compressed. I've been at this for a minute and I can still turn all this stuff into more compressed. I haven't done that yet. So this was the first tunnel we started digging down, and as you can see, I didn't get very far and we ran into lava. So I was like, okay, well, let's just move over a little bit. I only went over 2 blocks so we can find any emerald that might appear. Since emerald, I think, only spawns in veins of 1. Or maybe it spawns in veins of 2 or something like that. But anyway, you can see down here, we didn't get very far either. Probably about 50 blocks or so. And then I ran into more lava. So I was like, okay. The thing said that the emeralds spawn between like level 5 and level 32 or something. So let's just go up a few levels. Yeah, so I went up to like level 12. Not very much up further, but a little bit further. It should get us out of the lava for the most part, unless there's just like a random lava lake. So yeah, we went down here, pretty far actually. You see on here on the map, this is, let's see, that is X -8 where we're at, I guess. And all the way down here at the end of this tunnel is X 175, something like that. So we went almost 200 blocks in this one. The other ones I was just going until our iron hammer ran out of durability. But yeah, I've been doing a whole lot of digging here looking for that emerald ore. We haven't really been coming across any, guys. I know it says it's less than a 1% chance, but that's a lot of blocks to mine out, especially with the length, how far down we've gone. Yeah, not to see a single one. When we mine out one of these sections, we're exposing not only the 9 blocks that we mine out, but you know, the additional, was that 3, 6, the additional 12 blocks? Yeah. So we could see like the 9 that we mined plus an additional 12, and we're still not seeing it. We haven't found any emerald yet. It does say in JEI, the Just Enough Items mod, that it does spawn here, but yeah, we haven't seen it just yet. So I'm going to keep at this, I guess, for a little while. It's going to take a minute to get through all of this stuff, I expect, to try and find that 1 piece of emerald. I was hoping that we would have Ender IO in this mod pack. Or no, I'm sorry, Mechanism in this mod pack with the digital miner that we could just, you know, make that machine, stick it on the surface, say find the emerald ore, and it'd tell me how many were in its range. No, we don't have Mechanism in here, unfortunately. It seems like a lot of the mods that we normally use, the more popular mods, have not been updated to 1.8, unfortunately. So we're having to do a lot of stuff by hand. There isn't a whole lot of automation that we can do. But yeah, we got mods in this mod pack like Industrial Craft 2, which is fine. I mean, we can process ores, we can double ores, we can get a lot of stuff done that we need to do using that. I'm noticing over here, oh, that's a shadow. I was like, I'm noticing over here that there is a shadow and there's nothing. Yeah, this is a mining world. Should always be daytime. I think it's a little bit darker right now because it's raining in the overworld, if I had to guess. I haven't been back, but yeah, it's been sunny here most of the time I was here. Let's go back. Yeah, it's nighttime and rainy here in the overworld. But I did put this portal right next to our nether portal. I did put this one out, by the way. I just didn't want pigmen and things like that spawning here. We can always relight it whenever we want to. But yeah, just going into this portal, you just gotta press shift to go through. But yeah, so we're right here now. We're in the process of trying to find those emerald ores. We need the emerald to make the tinker table, and we need the tinker table to do anything with the power armor that we have. Unfortunately, we're missing that one emerald. So it might be an idea, instead of doing the mining, that we just try and get ourselves a villager and, you know, trade, find some kind of a trade that the villager has, do the trade and get that one emerald. That might be the way. I was hoping that we'd be able to find an emerald a little bit quicker than what we have. Actually, let's get over here to where it's rainy. Yeah. Well, you look on the map. I don't think we found a village yet. I did see there's another roguelike dungeon over here. But yeah, I don't think we have found ourselves a village. This looks like an oil thing. Yeah, we found some of these islands. That might be another thing we do, is just go exploring, try and find a village and try and get ourselves a villager to trade with us. I was gonna say that zombie sounded close. Yeah, one right there. Another thing I was noticing when I was mining is I kept hearing cats meowing. This mod pack does have Ender Zoo in it, and I do believe we have the witches that spawn with the wither cats. Or I guess they're the wither witches with the wither cats. And those are the ones that get like really big and powerful, I think, when you attack them. So yeah, that's something to be aware of too. But yeah, guys, I think we're out of time for this episode today. I ran out of recording time, really. I spent a lot of time mining. I still want to get those emeralds so we can continue on with this project. We'll look at that next time. Like I said, we'll probably find a village. We'll probably trade with the villager. Hopefully we'll be able to get an emerald that much faster. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.